check. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, check. Yeah. Check. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. 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 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Yeah. Check. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2. Check. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Boom. All right, we on. Yeah. Check. 1, 2. What's poppin'? We live. Talk about astrology. I already know. We're going straight into it. This is going to be on YouTube. Of course, some teasers on IG. I'm thinking I got your earphones. Yeah, both teasers on IG, on YouTube. Talking about astrology, trying to put astrology out. It's a big thing, big deal. Everybody needs to know about astrology. It's going to come to that. It's going to come to that. So you better get on it now. This is a big deal. What you doing?
It's heavy.
Oh. Why don't you put it on the table?
What instrumental is this?
This instrumental is I think it's made by Solar or I think it's Solar. I'm not sure, but it is a combination beat. You like it or no?
Yeah.
Is it cool?
Mm-hmm. It's very nice.
That was one of the joints I was using for the videos, but yeah. Let's get into it. Do you have anything to talk about or start off with, or what you was looking at recently?
I've been studying and looking at so many different things. Let's see. I think I have something. I just have to remember what exactly, so I don't confuse what I'm talking about, because I've been looking at so much.
Yeah, I definitely had my aspects up. For the last couple of days, I'm trying to learn them all by heart. I should know all these by heart. I'm gonna have 19, and the last one I was on was I did Sun conjunction Mercury, Sun squares Saturn, Sun quincunx Midhaven. That was a good one. I thought it was going to be an uncomfortable one because it was a quincunx, but it's actually a good one. And all these joints is really good in your favor because it's letting you know what's going on with your mind, period, so you can have the right mindset and to do the right thing.
Yeah, and any aspect you have, no matter how difficult it is, you can always find a way to work through it and work with that energy.
Yeah.
So even if we're talking about a square and we're like, it's a really harsh square, that doesn't mean that you're incapable of working through that and being able to handle that energy.
Right.
It just might take a lot more work than the other ones.
What was your next one on? What was you talking about?
I was actually reading about retrograded planets in birth charts.
Retrograded planets. Yeah, I'm gonna turn yours up just to say something again right now.
Retrograde planets in the birth chart is what I was reading up on.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting because our son has 5 planets that were retrograde when he was born.
Right.
So I wanted to look him up to see what kind of challenges he may face. And it's not actually what you would think. Like, what would you think it would be if you have a planet that's retrograde when you're born?
I'm not really sure because I don't really look at retrogrades as like a bad thing. I used to. When I used to, you look at retrogrades as like negative. It would come to be negative. So I don't know. I never looked at retrograde like in a bad way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I did, but now I don't. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. So, well, did you think it was going to be a bad like a negative retrograde or what?
I thought it would be like a square type challenge.
Because it's a retrograde.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's like a learning thing.
Yeah.
Of course, but
and just like with Mercury retrograde, you know, electronics can malfunction and all that other stuff. So.
Let's talk about that. Yes, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the retrograde. Everybody is like really scared about just knowing this because it's being a retrograde. Is everybody's all nervous and shit, but you don't have to. But did you look that up? Like the Mercury, the actual Mercury retrograde that we're having right now. Is it Mercury and what? What is it in? It's just Mercury retrograde.
Mercury is in.
I mean, we can look it up.
Yeah, I forget.
Because it's definitely like a communication. Is it in Gemini?
That's what I was gonna say. Let me see.
Because I heard a lot of things about the communication thing, and Gemini is like dealing with communication. So
current planets right now, Mercury is in Libra.
Mercury is in Libra.
Yeah, in the 5th house.
So are we still in this retrograde, right?
Yes.
Because it's a 3-week thing.
And so like October 18th or
October
something like
18th,
that.
yes. So how many days we got? Like we got like a week and a half because this shit is about to go really fast anyway. So
yeah, 11 days.
11 days. Wow.
So I always believed that a retrograde meant the planet was moving backwards. It only appears to be moving backwards as viewed from Earth. The opposite of retrograde is direct or prograde. So when a planet's direct, we think, oh, the planet's direct, everything's fine. And then when it goes retrograde, it's like, oh my God, retrograde, this is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, and I try not to do that, like really look at stuff in a bad way, but yeah.
And also, Mercury's not the only planet that goes retrograde, right? But that's all that we ever hear about. All the planets go retrograde. And as a matter of fact, there was like 7 planets retrograde recently. Or coming up, one of the 2.
So hold on, let me look in Astro Matrix. I downloaded this app. Astro Matrix is a really good app. Is this too loud? Let me turn this down a little bit. That should be better. Is that better in your ears?
Yeah.
It's a really loud kind of. All right, so let me see. I'm trying to find because I never looked it up in Astro Matrix. I read it on one joint. I'm trying to remember. Let me see if I can find it. It was on IG.
And also, you have to take into consideration what the planets are doing at the time of the retrograde, what aspects there are with Mercury. So, for example, Mercury is conjunct the moon right now, and that can cause some chaos, some chaotic energy.
What kind of chaos do you think?
It said irritation, violence, even rape.
Oh yeah, you was telling me about that.
I'm gonna pull it up because I'm not gonna act like I know about
Yeah, because
it's so much.
Yeah, it's so much. So that's why I just want to read it and like really talk about it because a lot of people are really nervous about that retrograde. And I really don't see it as being like a threat unless you know the solution to it. So you won't get into the mix of the negativity.
Yeah, nothing is a threat ever.
No, it's all to help you. It's all a lesson. Everything is a lesson. Life is a lesson. So I had to learn that. So I understand why everybody's all like spooked out and being all nervous and shit because I understand because that's where I was like being scared and not understanding. when you don't understand, of course you're going to have fear. So yeah, I get it.
Yep.
So let me see if I can find this. I want to find this because I want to read it. I want to talk about the aspects too. My other aspect I was looking at. There's so much to look at. So
yeah, the aspects are so important. I was so focused on the planets. What sign is my planet in? Then it was like, which house is my planet in? But the aspects,
that's the one.
The key right there.
You see your demons and you see your angels. And the angels are sextile, trine, and opposition. No, I'm sorry. Conjunction. Conjunction could be either or. To me, I understood that.
Yeah.
So it's sextile, trine, and conjunction. The demons are square, oppositions, and quincunx. First one, conjunction, when two different planets link up together in the same sign or at a very close proximity. Sextile is an aspect between signs that are 60 degrees apart. Usually they are between fire and air signs and earth sign and earth and water signs. Trine formed by a 120 degree angle on the chart and occurs when planets in the same element, fire, earth, air, and water, aspect each other. A square is a hard aspect at 90 degrees. A square is a bound to produce tension between the involved planets' energies. That's another thing I want to say. Like, a lot of people, we focus. I know when I first knew about the aspects, I was focusing on the demons too much and not focusing on the angels, when they both work out for you in the same way. So yeah, the second demon is opposition. Occur when planets are fully opposite each other on the zodiac wheel. Angling at 180 degrees, a opposition occurs when two planets are in opposing signs. Quincunx form between planets that are roughly 150 degrees apart. The planets and points involved in a quincunx don't understand each other. Quincunx is one of the most difficult aspects. The sign not only are of a different element, they are also of a different modality. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Yes.
Okay. Sherry's in the room. Sherry, what's popping with you?
Hi, Sherry.
Sherry, we talking about aspects in our chart. We talking about astrology. If you have any questions about your chart, let us know, because we talking about the aspects. The aspects are one of the most important placements in the chart, and this tells you where your mind bends to a negative side or a positive side, where it can help you. But the negative and positive. Is that the retrograde?
That's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find the article I was reading.
Well, I just sparked it up because everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to talk about it. I had it. Sherry said she got her joint. I had it, and I forgot where I put it at, but I didn't really look too much into it. I just kind of put it together in my mind with the you said Mercury being in conjunct. What is it? What was it? Mercury
conjunct Uranus.
Is that not the aspect? I'm talking about the retrograde. I mean, the Mercury retrograde.
Mercury is retrograde in Libra right now.
So it's
until October 18th. Yeah, so I see it here. Current retrogrades.
Okay.
Saturn's in Aquarius until October 10th. Jupiter is in Pisces until October 18th. Neptune in Pisces until December 1st. Uranus is until January 18th, 2022. And then Libra till October 18th.
So let's talk about the Mercury retrograde. I didn't know it was in Libra. So yeah, everybody's trying to find that balance. So I get it now.
And the new moon was just in Libra.
So yeah, so that's basically the beginning of confusion. if you don't understand, if you're not going to understand yourself, period. So if you like being nervous about this retrograde, yeah, you're going to go wrong with it because you're nervous about it and you're not understanding it. So
Yeah,
you want me to read that, or I'll read it? You want me to read it?
It doesn't matter.
Go ahead. I just want to read it so we can talk about it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So the first thing would be,
okay,
what does Libra represent? Well, first, Mercury represents communication. It's how we communicate, right?
Yeah.
And Libra is about balance. It's the scales. They want balance. Libra wants everyone to be happy. So that's like the overall theme of that.
Mm-hmm.
So Mercury retrograde in Libra. The collective theme of this retrograde will be, how do we do relationships? What are our habits when we attempt to build intimacy? Can we show up as our full self while fostering meaningful connections that preserve our authority? On a personal level, locate the house in your chart ruled by Libra. This is where you can expect to revisit conversations, explore new potential solutions, or generally perceive circumstances from a brand new perspective.
Okay, hold on. You said you can look in your chart and see basically how it affects you.
Yeah, look at your house in your chart.
So your house in Libra?
Yeah, wherever you have that Libra energy.
Yeah.
Look that up.
So hold up, let's do this real quick.
Okay.
I want to go in yours, and then I want to go in both of ours out. So I'm trying to look at mine real quick.
I'm gonna just read that one little thing again. On a personal level, locate the house in your chart ruled by Libra. This is where you can expect to revisit conversations, explore new potential solutions, or generally perceive circumstances from a brand new perspective. So I don't have anything in the 7th house in my chart.
Did you are you talking about the house positions?
Yeah, because it says focus on locate the house in your chart that's ruled by Libra.
Okay, so I don't see any
Wait, so
because I want to get this right.
It's kind of confusing.
Is it confusing?
Locate the house that's ruled by Libra.
That's ruled by Libra.
Wouldn't that be the 7th house?
Yeah.
Okay, why didn't they just say that?
Well, it's all patterns we have to know. That's why we got to know this shit, like, so we can know the patterns. Let me see.
Like, I have Libra energy, but I don't have any planets in the 7th house.
Did you look at your descendant? What would change, Sherry? You said post that link. Which link did you want? Which link did you want? So I can put it in the chat. I'm gonna put Astro Matrix, the app. You can download that one. That's a good one. And let us know if we glitching or not, because I see some jumping up here. But let me know, because I did some I did a little movement in here. So
are you asking for strutting that ass? That link.
That link. All right, so let me see. Astro Matrix. I'm gonna put Astro Matrix.
Much confusion.
Matrix.
Wouldn't that change? Reading. Oh, so I'm actually on the Astro Matrix app.
So yeah, that should help you in staying that position. You think so? I mean, let's see if you're saying the same thing as mine.
Wait, so Sherry, the Astro Matrix, if you download that app and then you go on the home page, it says planets in retrograde, and then you click on, Mercury and Libra, and it'll have all this information on there.
She said, "No, I got strutting." All right, let me see. Hold up. It's so much to look at in this.
So
shit,
see,
man.
My descendant is 3 degrees in Aries, but it's in the 7th house.
3 degrees in Aries in the 7th house.
So.
Oh, we're just going with the commercial here.
See, this is what we do. We explore everything.
We really sit and want to, like, we like, basically, me and wifey, we like fucking, like,
detectives.
Like detectives and breaking down codes of life so we can understand, like, what the fuck is coming our way. You know what I mean? We want to understand everything. Go ahead, doze back off, buddy. Doze back off.
Let me see. Descendant uncovers what it is you look for in a partner or a romantic mate. It will show you what you are most attracted to when it comes to commitment in love and your sexual relationship.
Facts, Sherry. You have to explore. Yes.
So if you want to talk about that, my descendant being in the 7th house, that focuses on relationships specifically.
So it was telling you that in your pattern though.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what is it saying? You want to say this or?
Okay, see, reading this is breaking stuff down in my brain. So Aries is all about self. Libra wants balance, so Libra focuses on everybody else. I have a lot of Libra energy, so that's how I've maneuvered through life.
Yeah.
But with my descendant being in Aries in the 7th house, the focus is on partnership. So I have to think about myself, but also think about my partnership.
And that's what it's saying in the retrograde.
That's how I'm connecting the dots.
You gotta read it how it says it though. I mean, how it's saying to help you to give you that.
But that's what it says. It says, locate the house in your chart ruled by Libra. This is where you can expect to revisit conversations, explore new potential solutions, or generally perceive circumstances from a brand new perspective. So because the descendant focuses on partnerships and intimacy, then that would be what I would have to revisit. What am I doing for myself, and how am I creating like a healthy relationship with myself that can be reflected in my intimate relationship?
Well, I look at it like this: once you focusing on yourself, you focusing on yourself the most. It helps everybody. If you really look at that, once you focusing on yourself first, it helps everybody because everybody is you. So it's like once you like really pinpointing on what the problem is and what's bugging you, it'll help everybody. So once you break that, this
is something we already knew,
right? That
I had to go towards that Aries energy.
Yeah.
So I never looked at my descendant like that.
So you have to look at
it.
Okay. So
now it's like, oh.
Well, I looked at this in the houses. I wish I could put this up too. In the houses, it says the house position says ascendant, then second house, third house, Amun, Kulai. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Fifth house, sixth house, and then I looked at descendant, and that has to be in the 7th house because 8th house after that, 9th house, then Midhaven, that's 10th house. 11th house, 12th house. So I looked at descendant as the 7th house. So that should be my descendant is in Taurus. So I'm thinking we have to look that up. Sherry said that's a lot to think about, self and partnership. It is a lot to think about, but I really think that once you are alone and thinking about yourself and paying attention to yourself and getting your mind right, everything else will come out like smooth. Like it really will. I just know by experience, by just trapping myself alone and being away from everybody, because I did that because I had to go through a bunch of bullshit. So it was like, all right, I really have to be loving myself and stop trying to give everybody else love and not looking at myself. Too busy thinking about everybody else and not myself. And that's a lot of us do that, and we fucking wind up really pissed off and we don't know what's going on, period. So but I want to look into that more. We can do that later because it's like a code right there.
Yeah.
So I want to look into that more.
Okay.
Later. So
want me to keep going?
Yeah. It sounded good.
Okay.
I'm just trying to break that code down.
So, despite fear-based forecasts, popular myths, and negative rumors about the doom of Mercury retrograde, this unique time is actually a gift. This is a time that forces us to slow down so that we may begin to fully process and integrate our experiences, which can be frustrating to the ego but soothing to the soul. That's something I was going to say too.
Frustrating to the ego and what to the soul?
Soothing to the soul. But it says negative rumors about the doom of Mercury retrograde. This unique time is actually a gift. So when it goes into retrograde and it's like, oh, communication's going to be off and technology can fail and all that stuff, that's a time where you have to be like, oh, so that means I really have to slow down, just like it said. If you know that there's a possibility of things malfunctioning, then you have to change the way that you're moving, so that way the retrograde isn't affecting you in that manner. Because if you're not moving with the energy that is flowing that way, then of course everything's going to be like, everything's crazy. My laptop died and this person's mad at me. And
yeah, because you're not focusing on yourself. And I noticed from that IG and Facebook thing, everybody was going panicking because they so want to be distracted from their self. They want to distract themselves from their self, and people are gonna lose it when this shit really fucking drop. Like, stop, because they don't. A lot of people not sitting with themselves and understanding themselves. They're not sitting and looking at themselves. Period. That's what you have to do. That's why we're here. Is to understand yourself. Period. Once you understand yourself, everything starts going really smooth. Sherry said, "Hey, soothing."
Yes, we all need some soothing in our lives.
She said, so it gives you a heads up so you can concentrate. Is that counteract?
Exactly.
Yeah, facts. Yep. Yes, that's all this shit is it's all a heads up.
It's just working with what is being presented. That's what it comes down to.
Right. Is you are projecting this shit. Everything you see every day, you are projecting it. Period. Everything. It's all. Astrology is a blueprint of your mind. So you're projecting all this shit. Period.
Okay.
It's more?
Oh yeah.
Holy moly, let's do it. Damn.
Usually Mercury slows us down by instigating shenanigans. Yeah. Such as a lost package, delayed trip, or enormous misunderstanding. Mercury is associated with the archetype of the trickster, after all. But despite the temporary frustrations it may bring, there is truly no better time than a Mercury retrograde for eureka moments and flashes of personal enlightenment.
I am the king of eureka moments.
Slow down.
Yeah.
And also, when you slow down, if something comes up and there's a misunderstanding, you can look at that from a different viewpoint. So yeah,
it's all about perspective too. So yeah, let me see.
So this is in the past, but it says Mercury will square Pluto on October 4th. It is around this time that we can expect a sharp intellect that helps us zone in on a particular issue. It is possible that we receive insight as a result of conflict. Where there are power struggles, there is the potential for healing at the core. So even when the planet is retrograde, it's still doing stuff in the ethers with other planets. So it's way deeper than, this planet just appears to be going backwards. Mercury goes on to trine Jupiter a few days later, perhaps lightening the mental mood by bringing a feeling of expansiveness, because Jupiter is about expanding. Follow that which lights you up and piques your interest. Perhaps the most notable of this retrograde period is that Mercury will be a major player in the October 6th Libra new moon. This aspect asks us to tap into the emotional experience we are having while we are reviewing our lives. There is a fusion of our visceral experience of the emotional moon with Mercury's need to go back over important details. Slowing down and allowing ourselves to process our emotions leads to hidden gems of wisdom we need to make healthy adjustments in our lives. I think slowing down is a really good
that's the main one
title for just Libra energy in general, because that energy, like I said, it wants to please everybody, it wants balance. So if you're not slowed down, it's harder to find that balance, and I know all about that.
Right. So Sherry said, it's funny because I'm so one with myself right now. I'm doing some good work right now in this COVID time. That's a whole fact. And then she says, what's eureka moments? Eureka moments is like, aha, I found out what it is. But I looked up the definition. This is a definition of eureka: a cry of joy or satisfaction when one finds or discovers something. That's what it says. Eureka means a cry of joy or satisfaction when one finds or discovers something. So it's like, aha, finally, I knew that's what it was. Like, when a thought comes to your head, you're like, and she said, aha. But yeah, I get them joints all the time. So it's like, as soon as I get them, I got to talk about them so I can fucking get the solution. It's all about solutions with us. Like, got to get the solutions.
So was that a eureka moment when I picked you up from the airport the first time?
Was it?
A joy. What does it say? A cry
That
of
for
joy?
you or me?
Me.
I mean, you tell me.
For either one. Read that definition
All right,
again.
the definition is a cry of joy or satisfaction when one finds or discovers something. Did you discover me when you got me from the airport?
No, I discovered you when I saw your video.
Okay, so that probably was a eureka.
I guess it was solidified when you were physically in front of me and I could like really feel you.
Okay, all right.
I got off track.
All right, no, it's all good. It's all good. They got to know it. They got to know it. So, Sherry said, "I'm having a eureka moment." So yeah, that's what the eureka moment is, and that's how it comes. But that's what it was saying in the Mercury retrograde.
Yeah. Let me go back.
He is so angry right now. He keep dozing off and waking up. He like, oh, get off.
Give me some attention.
Right, he's trying. How many she said, y'all are so cute.
Thank you.
Yo, listen, we just be well, you know what it is, Sherry? You know what it is? When for me, I want to talk from my side. I want to talk for both of us. For me, I had to find out who the hell I am. I had to find out who I was. So it was like, once I found out who I was and start studying myself a whole lot, I just start studying this astrology shit. And then, of course, the other 5 sciences. I start studying astrology more, and just then what the astrology was telling me was I have to be in the light, the limelight, and all that shit, which I really didn't want to because my nose was telling me I have to be in the limelight and I have to keep loving myself and keep doing this and doing that. Shout out to the Most High Chief Babaji, and he brought all this discovery to knowledge of self. So I was studying, and I would start doing what I was supposed to do. Action. It was like, once you studying, you have to do the action. Once I start doing the action, then everything start coming. So it was like, boom. So when that start coming, that's when wifey came, and it was like, all the other stuff start coming. Then we start learning. So she started telling me shit about myself, and I'm telling her shit about herself. And it was like back and forth, and we just learning each other. That's why it's like we click so good, because we line up together. We figured it out. In our astrology. So it's like, yeah, you're going to see a whole lot of us. So just stay tuned. Wow, this is only the beginning. Like, you're day one right now, Sherry. We're like, real talk.
And that's why it's important when you study yourself and know yourself. So when someone tells you something they see within you, you don't get offended because you already know, or you already have like an idea, or you're open to accept the fact that you still got some work to do. And there's still some things that you and if I wasn't already in the process of like understanding myself, I would have been offended. Like, why are you picking on me?
Yeah.
You know, so that's one thing I think is really important for relationships is if you don't have an understanding of yourself, it's going to be easy to bump heads with somebody else. Not even just intimate relationship, just in general.
Yeah, with anybody, because everybody is you. Everybody is you. So it was like, she was telling me, I remember one thing she was telling me was, white people was telling me was, I'm aggressive. And I'm like, I'm not aggressive. I'm a cool guy. I'm just chill. I'm not aggressive. And I start scratching and shit. She was like, look at the way you're scratching. You're scratching hard as fuck. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm scratching hard, like scratching my head hard. And I didn't realize this shit until she like discovered it. And I was like, wow.
He's beating himself up. And I was not about to sit and watch it.
And she helped. And that was a big thing, big deal. So yeah, all about knowing yourself. But we still in the
yeah, it's almost over.
Okay.
So it says a few days later, Mercury will meet Mars for a highly charged exchange of information. I wish it said the date. Feelings of anger and frustration can come up for review, so plan for healthy physical outlets to let this energy flow. The desire to make impulsive decisions can also be heightened, which can cause us to come across more aggressively. Let me read that again.
I'm thinking about, well, yeah, I want you to read that again, but I'm thinking about if it's a few days, I'm thinking it has to be after the retrograde. You think?
No, because it said on the 6th it was going to do the new moon, and then it says a few days later Mercury will meet Mars. Okay. So I might have to look that up and see if I can find that when that actually happens.
Okay.
Feelings of anger and frustration can come up for review, so plan for healthy physical outlets to let this energy flow. The desire to make impulsive decisions can also be heightened, which can cause us to come off more aggressive. Be sure to acknowledge this in yourself, give grace, and be ready to apologize for hurtful words that may fly out of your mouth.
Wow.
On October 18th, Mercury finishes the retrograde journey with an opposition to Chiron. With the Aries-Libra axis activated, we may be sensitive to issues of stifled autonomy.
Wait, what? You said with the Aries energy activated?
The Aries-Libra axis activated.
Okay.
We may be sensitive to issues of stifled autonomy or past relationship wounds. The finale to our retrograde experience may be dramatic in a way that helps us to understand and subsequently heal patterns of codependency. You know why I like this energy? Because I'm trying to get that shit out.
Yes.
The past, like...
Yeah, I want it out. It's gone.
Yeah,
it's
gone. So when I read
gone.
something like that and I know that this is a really good time for that, it's like, all right, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, you got to talk about it. What do you want to talk about? Hey, listen, I'll start it off. It don't matter to me. You already know I can get it out. I'll
Being
get that
stuck
shit.
in the past.
The past is a motherfucker. Like, it can be a motherfucker. Like, only reason the past can be bad because you went through what you went through and you really didn't want to go through that. So it's like, all right, now I got to talk about it. Sherry said, "Oh hell, I really watch my mouth next week." That's when services are for my auntie. Oh, you'll be fine. Just keep stay in your mind.
Yeah, your mindfulness. You already know what it is. So when someone says something crazy to you, don't punch them in the funeral home.
No, don't do it. Don't
throw any funnel cake at the service.
Don't throw any funnel cake. He going off.
Turn this air on.
The air on? Are you hot?
I'm really hot.
Okay, all right. So yeah, Sherry, don't go off on anybody, cause you'll be going off on yourself, and you don't want to be angry. Like, I understand Aries energy, right? It's Aries energy. What's the zodiac again, Sherry? Because I definitely understand it. I understand. Don't throw no funny. I understand, because people can get you mad, and I understood this because a lot of people used to always try me, and I understand, like, people going to get you mad because they're testing you, because they want she said, yeah, Aries, they want to see you. They want to press that button and see you angry because they are angry. So they want to see you basically be as mad as they are. Misery loves company, period. So yeah, I know that Aries energy, like, to butt heads is ruled. It's ruled by the ram, and it's like the ram, and it'll cram you, and I understand that. Once you control that energy, you'll be like a fucking wizard, and nobody can get to you. Just read your chart. Try to read your chart as much as you can before you go into that. Real talk. Misery definitely loves company. It's that way. When people are mad, and they see that you're not mad, you're not ticked off, they're gonna keep pressing the button of misery. I'm misery. You be misery. And they keep trying to press that button, and you just looking at them like, I don't want to be that way. And they keep trying to press it, and then they finally get it. They can finally get it, and then you fall in that trap. Don't fall in the trap of misery. Don't fall in the misery trap. I do understand. Yeah, I get it. She's a Aries, so you know Aries like to fight.
Yeah. So she got Aries sun and Aries moon.
Ooh, Aries sun and Aries
Pisces
moon.
rising.
Yeah, I understand. Gotta go to your houses. I forgot didn't we look her John up before?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go to the houses. Whatever your house sign is, go to that one. Read that one. and
you
go
want me to
through
grab
that.
the laptop because I got it.
No, it's cool. Because I want to do too much because I already know the time is getting a little funky. It's 3:00, so I just want to keep talking about the aspects and all that and understanding this shit. But where was we at?
The past.
The past.
And
what really ticked you off about your past?
You said how much time we got?
It's like we've been in 42 minutes. Sherry said, I was just about to say I like to fight. See that Aries energy.
Well, you might need to take some boxing classes.
Yeah, you get that anger out and take some boxing classes because I already know you like you have a lot of energy. That Aries energy is Aries is like the baby of the zodiac, so they like to have a lot of energy. So it's like you have to channel that energy to something that you like. Of course, fighting. Go to the boxing ring, go get some boxing gloves, or that's what I used to do. I got I used to collect all these boxing gloves, and I had like a punching bag, and I hung it up in the basement. And every time I would get pissed off, one thing I understood was about that was you have to stretch first. You got to stretch first. Just don't go down there and just go beating it up because you'll hit your hand and you'll hurt your hand or you hurt your muscles. So stretch first and just start hitting the bag and you'll get all that frustration out. It really works. It really works, especially for that Aries energy, for real. So yeah, the past. I want to talk. Can I talk about? I mean, we can talk about it.
You asked me a question. You said,
I asked you.
What ticked me off the most about the past?
Let's do it.
Without pointing the finger at anybody, taking full responsibility. The thing that ticked me off the most was that I was so oblivious to the fact that me feeling as though helping other people was making me happy, and it really wasn't. And allowing people to have access to me, like unlimited access to me, just constantly like draining me, and me not really being aware of what was going on, and not always feeling drained or like nobody cared about me and stuff like that. It's because I was putting so much energy into everybody else. I'm like, oh, this makes me happy. You're smiling, you're happy. I'm happy too, but inside I wasn't happy. So that was like the biggest thing for me. That caused everything. Like
basically helping everybody first instead of helping yourself. So that's one of your big lessons.
Yes.
Is helping everybody first. Yeah, I get that. I understand that too. And for me, it was like, it was on that type of topic too, just trying to help everybody instead of helping myself. And I was big in this whole DJ thing back in Philly. So I was trying to use it to help a whole lot of other people. And I was not focused on myself. I was oblivious to being focused on myself first. I was too busy. Even when I started to learn this, I still was trying to help other people instead of helping myself. And I was in a marriage. For 15 years, probably longer. And what I was doing was pointing the finger at her and not seeing within a relationship. When you're in a relationship, you see yourself. You see yourself completely in a relationship. You see everything, even when they're pissing you off to the core. You are seeing yourself, and when you don't see that, and you're too busy pointing the finger, everything goes fucking bonkers, and you arguing, you're going back and forth, and that's all I was doing was pointing the finger, doing all this, and I wasn't just doing me and just letting it go. I wasn't letting it go. I was trying to basically be the American hero and the American family. I was trying to do the American thing, and I wasn't doing for myself. I was trying to be the good guy. So I was trying to look like the good guy, and when I was trying to look like the good guy, I looked like the bad guy in the home, and it was crazy. So I was to the point. I was too busy pointing the finger and missing the point. It was period. That was it. I was not thinking about myself. I was thinking about everybody else, trying to help everybody else in an angry way, because I turned vegan, and I'm like, yo, you should do this, yo, you shouldn't do that, and you should do this, and you should do that, and I should have been doing
in that voice.
In that voice. And I should have been doing everything, and I should have been doing everything and then letting everybody follow. Instead, I'm learning shit. I'm like, oh man, I gotta let everybody know this. Like this is a big deal. Yo, you know about this? And then like looking at me like, get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want to hear anything about that. I should have been like, yo, I'm just going to do me, and then everybody will follow. Once you do that, once I start doing that, everybody start like trying to see what I was doing. So it's like a puzzle, like with your life, man. Like with mine, I was too busy trying to like focus on other people and help other people in an angry way and not help myself. If I would have stayed to myself and like doing what I'm doing now, like yo, I would have been the shit. But that was a lesson, so I understand it. And I'm grateful for it, and I'm super grateful for it. I'm grateful for everything. Right now, I'm cool. Like I can walk, I can talk, I can see, I can breathe. I have a woman that fucking really cares about me and really wants to look out for me. So yeah, I'm super, super duper thankful and grateful. So yeah, it's just about learning yourself. This the bottom line is learning yourself. Sherry said these voices. Yeah, I don't know. It just fucking comes out of nowhere. I like the way he's dozing off and waking up. Hilarious. But yeah, that was one of the main things for me. I got so many stories. That's why I put that channel point up of story time, because I got so many stories. Like you could pick a topic for me and like probably pick a year and I'll just start talking about like an old man. But yeah.
Back in my day,
I could tell you about this and then that and then this. Yeah, I'll keep going. So yeah, basically, bottom line with astrology shit is just, it helped me so much onto understanding myself, because I got a placement that's called Sun Square Pluto, and that placement can have you worrying about things when everything is okay. That's one of the main things of that placement is you'll worry about a bunch of things and everything is okay. Everything is be smooth, and you start like your mind will start thinking like, man, this might happen or this might happen. You don't have to think that way. You just gotta laugh at it, because you gotta like kind of blow it off and understand like everything's cool, man. Don't worry about nothing. Like you good. Keep thinking about good things. The good things gonna keep coming to you. Period. She said, Sherry said the baby is nosy. He don't want to be missing up. He wants our attention. That Leo energy. He likes our attention a lot, especially mommies.
Yeah, well, anytime Malk's DJing and he's hearing his voice, he's trying to like move his body over to get him, and he doesn't know that he can't do that yet.
Yeah, he know how to scoots like.
Yeah, it's
scary. He did a push up on me yesterday. He know how to scoots like. I've never seen this before. 7 weeks. 7 weeks you're scooting like scooting
and
sideways.
Lifting your head up and talking like all the time.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
Genius.
He does a lot of stuff, but yeah. I learning through him too as well, like how aggressive I really was. I'm seeing it through him, how it's aggressive cries and aggressive, like he'll get real super aggressive when he's hungry. I see it through my chart, through my energy. So yeah, it's a lot. Just astrology is a lot, man. It's a lot. Sherry said, what?
And I want to say too, before I started to care about myself more than everybody else, I always wanted more kids, but I was like, how is that gonna happen? Like, people are crazy out here, and everything that I went through, it was like, I don't want to experience that again. So like, once I stopped thinking about it, here I am 5 years later with a newborn. So
I really think I thought I wasn't gonna have no more kids. I really thought, I was like, I'm not having no more kids. No, I'm not doing this no more. But you can never say never.
Yeah.
You really can never say never. She said, he's scooting. Yes, he scoots sideways. I'm not lying. He scooted to me the other day. He was like trying to get to my face. That's what he does. Like when he wants to really hear you or some shit, he just like to scoot or
he want to feel
close.
That energy.
He want to feel all
close.
the energy. Yep. He's trying to get a little pissed now, but yeah, I understand. You got any more you want to get out from the past? Because we got to keep talking about this. This is 2. We only on 2 on here, but we're gonna put this up on YouTube too, so everybody can see it. We're gonna put this on YouTube, have clips on IG. We working hard here trying to do this. So yeah, we trying to get this message out of learning yourself. Period. That's all.
I just have to remind myself, and I say this in my head a lot, like what's happened is already done. Like,
okay,
the past is the past. You can't go back and change anything. So the emotions and the feelings you're harboring towards the past are pointless because you can't do anything about it. So it's like wasted energy. So when I go to a place where I shouldn't be, it's like, yo, that's not here anymore. You're not experiencing that, and you know better. So it's an everyday challenge, but one day it won't be at all.
Right, like right now, it's no challenge because we have the good thing about it is we both have each other to be like, yo, look at your chart and understand what that thought is coming from, so you can get over it really quick. So don't stay there. Don't stay there. Understand it. Like you have the answers. The astrology shit is the answers to know where your energy is going, so you can understand it and get out of there. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. Don't stay in that area.
That's been a lesson for me too from the past. That would be probably the second biggest thing. Not feeling like I could speak up.
Okay.
Holding things inside and internalizing them. So when he's like, talk about it. When that first started happening, I was very uncomfortable. But it's what I wanted. Yeah.
Really?
I was uncomfortable because it was the opposite of what I was used to doing. Yeah, like, so it was like a weird feeling. Like, oh, if you say that and it's about him, he's going to get mad and he's going to roar and he's going to be all pissed off. You know? And that really wasn't the case. So being able to say it is like,
it's so important to talk about everything. So
everything.
I know he's trying to take you from me, but it's all good. I'm about to play some music. I might log this one off and then come back in and play some music. It's almost it's 6:00 on the East Coast. So yeah, I do want to play some music because I know Sherry. I know you peeped the emote. We gonna go in with that when everybody comes in the room. It's gonna be hilarious. But yeah, it popped up now. But yeah. Definitely going to do that, but study your chart. Definitely keep studying your chart. I know young boy's about to go in. Yeah. You're going to put it up. Study your chart. Go to understand where you come from. Sherry, listen. I already know it's coming up, so listen. He was screaming. I already know the bullshit's going to come up, so from you seeing us, this is the way of us helping you so you can understand it. So is that lesson, is that test is coming. Sherry, it's gonna come. So
and we want to hear about. I want you to share it when it comes.
Yeah, we want to hear it so you can. Because I already know you're going to dodge that bullet. So don't let nobody get to you and don't punch nobody in the eyeball. But yeah, we gonna end this joint off. We're gonna put it on YouTube, and we're gonna keep working.
Thanks for coming in. I always enjoy when you're in here, even when I'm in the chat.
Yeah, shout out Sherry. She's hilarious. We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna end this joint. Come back with another one, John. All right. We'll be back. Right back. I'll be right back, Sherry. Good looking everybody posting up and understand astrology, understanding yourself. The best thing you can learn is you on all levels. We gone. Peace, y'all. Be right back.